What's it gonna take for you people to take a gosh darn hit? We don't like politics in our video games. We don't like censorship in our video games. We don't like how you make our characters ugly. And I'm not just talking about the females. I'm talking about the males too. Mortal Kombat 11 was the start of it losing its touch. Because in Mortal Kombat 11, I'm not talking about 1. I'll get to 1 in a minute. There's plenty of critique on that one. Mortal Kombat 11, it was filled to me with such political woke propaganda where they try to make Shao Kahn sound like Donald Trump with this whole make Outworld great again, or how they made Kitana look Asian when she's a Denian. I mean, Edenians, while it is a fictional race, Edenians basically normally don't look like how they made her look in 11. They turned Sindel evil because they didn't want the whole helpless woman trope. Despite the fact that the fans said they didn't like an evil Sindel, or how Sindel was this whole evil person that betrayed her homeland and everything. We didn't like that, okay? We all said it wasn't cool, it wasn't awesome. Sindel was a strong female warrior who loved her people, loved her daughter. And hell, even in one of the Mortal Kombat deception endings, that's proven to be true. Especially when in Mortal Kombat, I think it's 3 or 4, where it's 3, where you defeat Shao Kahn for a 3rd time, and he loses his hold on Edenia, and Edenia is finally free and unmerged from Outworld, where Sindel now rules Edenia. And there have been several failed attempts to reclaim Edenia by Shao Kahn. That was the best Mortal Kombat ever. That was the best character of all time. But what they've given us now to escape this so-called damsels in distress it's dumb, it's lame, it's stupid. It's not engaging, it's not fun, it's not cool, it's not better. I truly, in all God's great creations, do not know or understand how you guys don't get the hint that we don't like politics in our video games. We don't like these flat-chested women. We don't like these goofy-looking men. We don't like these not low-detailed guys who are supposed to be muscular and strong, but it's like you make them look all flabby and average build, like Liu Kang from 11. Like, why is he wearing a shirt, and why is his muscular physique so hard to see? Along with Kung Lao. Like, what's with the whole head guard for his hat? That's the most dumbest thing. He looks like a stereotypical Asian. As a matter of fact, every character looks stereotypical. I mean, Hanzo looks like a stereotypical Japanese person in a negative light. I mean, Jax looks like a broken man, when there was another better way to do that character, and what they chose was not that. I think I'm gonna stop with Mortal Kombat 11 and just move on to 1. What was the problem with that one? Well, besides the story, some of us chose to tolerate it because it was basically a soft reboot. Well, a medium reboot. And that's all I'm gonna say with that. There were plenty of things wrong with it. They still shrunk the breast. They still lowered the physique of the men. But you gotta admit, at least there were no goofy characters or intolerable characters. Now, when I say goofy, I don't mean comedy relief characters. My gosh. But this whole thing with Stellar Blade, this whole thing with the remasters of the original PlayStation 2 through 3 Tomb Raiders and the 1 Tomb Raiders, the censorship, the low gore detail, the low gore, it's that they're trying to imply. It's ridiculous. You all know what we want. You all know what we love. But yet, no matter how many times we say it to high heaven, no matter how many times we shout louder than the people who don't even buy your games, we tell you what we want, but yet you won't give it to us. You focus on censoring a good game, refusal to make a good game for these woke, politically correct, nonsensical people that won't even buy the game. I don't know how many times it's got to be said. The people you're trying to appeal to will not buy your game. We know that you've rigged the whole gaming award since Last of Us Part 2 won Game of the Year, which shouldn't have happened. Because the story sucked, the graphics were great, I'll admit. As a matter of fact, Last of Us Part 2 was a 5 out of 10. It was basically an average game. Everybody knew it. And yet, no matter how much we try, y'all will still side with censorship. It just truly blows my mind that y'all won't learn a lesson. It's the reason why most Japanese games are dominating now. It is the reason why the anime style video games are dominating. And here's what I mean by dominating. People prefer the video games like Blaze Blue, and video games like King of Fighters, Tekken. Those games which are made most from Japan mostly, are the ones that are more popular now. I mean, hell, Metal Gear Solid 5 and 4 were the greatest games of all time by Kojima, despite the fact that Konami, brutally cut ties with Kojima. And even if they came crawling back to had to belch, to the gaming community, I don't think anyone would accept them or say welcome back or give them any positive remarks unless they brought back Kojima, apologized to him for how they treated him, and gave him a better bonus. But I thought he would come back. But I'm gonna end it with this. Stop with favoring politics. Stop with hating on beautiful women. These are not impossible beauty standards. Anyone can do this with a little elbow grease and effort to look muscular, beautiful, handsome. It just takes work. It's not quick work, it takes long work. And there's nothing wrong with a woman with bigger breasts, nice round, great figure. There's nothing wrong with a muscly armed man who's swole.
They're left to stay on Forest Park Mall.
And that's all I've got to say. Thank you and good night.